Hello everyone, these are 3 of the scariest deep web experiences ever told. Before this video starts, I want to thank Mad Mike for helping me making this video possible. Go check out his channel because he's got great stuff. If you like my content, then you would definitely like his as well. But anyway, let's get on with this video. Number 1. Many years ago, there was a real video of an American man being beheaded by terrorists. That's all I remember about this story. I was at work, a local real estate office, and the owner's son, who was in his early 20s, just your average everyday Joe. He was so excited to watch this video and gathered a few other guys around his age to one of the computers, and they all began watching the video. At first, I didn't realize what it was because I was so distracted doing my work, but when I heard the excitement shouting from the group, I looked over their shoulders and what I saw made me sick. What I saw changed my perspective on life and people in many ways. The slow and purposeful back and forth motion of the blade cutting through the neck of the young man with red hair and a beard. The man remained completely silent, and the sick and twisted smiles and enjoyment of the young man watching it happen. Wow. I cannot put into words the gruesome scene before my eyes and the ugly glimpse into primal human-animal behavior. We have a long way to go in our species. A long way to go. That whole scene gave me nightmares and an ugly feeling inside for months, and I'm not sure I ever got over it. Number 2.
When I was still underage, 14 to be exact, I started to learn and find out about the deep web. It started out as me trying to look cool because I wanted to access it and show my friends. But it led to more things. I started to look at drug prices on different websites. Anyhow, eventually I discovered the child porn network. As a horny teenage boy, I started visiting chat rooms pretty often. Didn't say much, just watched the pedophiles talk about different things. Sometimes there would be a link to hundreds of videos of child porn. I tried to resist from knowing it was wrong, but I didn't hold out too long with my tendencies. I started visiting the rooms more often and getting to know more of the people on them, hell, even starting to talk to a few. I can't remember when, but one day I was talking and a guy asked me how old I was. I don't know why I didn't lie to him. I don't know why I didn't just tell him I was 49 or something, but I told him I was 15. He just so happened to have an interest in me. We talked some more and then I realized I had kind of a fetish of maybe being handled by an older man. I ended up sending a few pictures to him, no face obviously, and he got off for the night. A few more people messaged me the next night, and the next, and so on. I probably sent hundreds of pics and some videos of me using some shitty webcam I had. I talked to some of the darkest and most hated people on the earth, and didn't think twice about it. It all came to an abrupt end when my PC died, and I had to wait a couple months to get a new one. I had thought about it a lot and decided it wasn't best for me to be doing that, and didn't install the next update to the deep web browser. I have never been able to tell anyone this due to its nature, but it feels good to get it off my chest. I haven't used the deep web since.
Number 3. I first learned about the deep web back in 10th grade when this really strange druggy kid in my grade was going on about it. We sat together in English and had a new teacher that wasn't quite good and didn't really know how to control the class, so the last 20 minutes or so she would just let us do whatever we want to. Everyone around this kid's desk, let's call him Ellie, would crowd around his computer and watch him go on the Silk Road and weird other sites he found. No CP or anything, but drugs and hitmen and weird stuff in general. I was kinda sketched out by it, so I tried to avoid looking at it, but I listened, and it was pretty scary. Eventually Ellie decided to order some drugs from some site. This was high school, so we all lived at home, so he figured out he would order DMT to his cottage, go out for a weekend and pick it up to hide in his closet. He typed in his address to some guy, worked out the details and waited. He went up to his cottage the next weekend and we all waited for his return for the stories. Ellie got back and we all ran up to him to ask if it worked. He said it didn't and he was really pissed since he had already paid the guy. He complained to whoever was selling him the drugs and the guy was really understanding and said he will send an even bigger package to his cottage. Ellie went up the next weekend. Still nothing. The guy was very apologetic and said he would send some more. Still nothing. Ellie gave up and figured it was just a guy trying to make a quick buck. He gave up on the deep web, and that was that. Months later, he goes up to his cottage with his family and has a big dinner party with a whole complex of cottages. He's looking around and overhears these people talking about going to the cops. He asks why, and they tell him. They have been consistently getting shipments of drugs every week. Ellie had typed in the wrong address, and the guy he was talking to had been sending more and more to the wrong people each week because he felt so bad. He was so sketched out that he quit everything, and now he's doing quite well for himself. After that experience, he never bought any drugs again, especially from the deep web. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Also make sure to check out Mad Mike's channel, the link will be in the description below. And remember, it can happen to anybody, including you. Sweet dreams.